Hello there. I'm Scotty, and you're not. And welcome to Retro Rewind, where we take an episode or topic from the 90s or early 2000s. And we talk about it. So, today we're talking about the Power Rangers in Space episode, Shell Shocked, with Ninja Turtles. When you're a kid, at least in my point of view, the two biggest things that come out, and that kid of the 90s, I should say. When you're a kid of the 90s, although they're still popular today, but when you're a kid of the 90s, the two things that come up are Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles. And when you're a kid of the 90s, those two things finally meeting up and coming together, that's a dream, right? Well, maybe if it had been the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and then the Ninja Turtles from the movie. Now, Power Rangers in Space is one of the best seasons, so it's not a problem there. With the Power Rangers side, pretty good, not bad. However, on the Ninja Turtle, there's the Power Rangers. On the Ninja Turtle side, we had this. Yeah, Ninja Turtles, the next mutation. I guess they're no longer teenage or mutant, although they call them Mutant Ninja Turtles in this episode, so I don't know. And actually, this episode's taking place after this because this show was canceled in 97, and this was out in 98, so I guess Saban had the property, let's just do a crossover. And I guess I have to explain a little bit of the next mutation, although I don't want to. I'd rather take this here butter knife and stab myself in the butthole. But, ouch. If you don't know, the basic story of Ninja Turtles is there was 4 turtles in a ball, they fell down the sewer, and they were found by a rat named Splinter. However, Ninja Turtles Next Mutation retcons that and says there's actually 5 turtles, and the 5th one went to Asian country, I can't remember. It's either China or Japan. Japan seems more likely with Saban. And then she's found. They also changed the Ninja Turtles so they weren't siblings, just so they could make Venus a love interest. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with here, people. Let me put this down a little bit. And, to be honest, I haven't watched this all the way through. I watched the first disc. And after East Meets West, which is actually not bad, it's a 5-part opener. After that, it just goes right down the pooper. So they decided to do a crossover between the Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers about 4 years too late. But we got this, Shell Shocked, which... honestly, it technically in 2 parts, but not really. The episode Save Our Ship, which came before this, ends with Astronema, which is the villain of Power Rangers in Space, going to get the Ninja Turtles. And honestly, you don't even need to watch that because they recap it here, so you know what's going on anyway, so you don't really need to watch that first part. But yes, Astronema fights the Ninja Turtles in New York City. She hypnotizes them and then sends a monster out to fight the Rangers, in which the Turtles then save them. So, Astronema was confident enough that this monster that she sent out was strong enough to beat up the Power Rangers long enough for the Turtles to come in and pretend to save them. I don't know. Track record with monsters on this show doesn't go very good, but I guess it worked. And right away, all the Rangers except for Andros are like, oh, hey, the Ninja Turtles, yeah, come on. And I don't know if they're trying to say this, but I got this from seeing this. They're trying to say that Earth humans are stupid because they just allow random strangers. And it does seem like they allow random strange turtle people onto the ship and then just tell them everything about it. Oh, this is the engine room and this is where, stuff is and this is that. And it's like, you just met them. Power Rangers not like Power Rangers should be teaching kids not to talk to strangers, and this is what you get. But Andros, he's the one. He's like, no. But he's not an Earth human. He's from KO-35. So you're supposed to say that Earth humans are stupid, but humans from other planets are not. I don't know. Yes, Andros is the only one who's skeptical. And of course, that's a trap. Because They hack Deca and make her talk like a dude. Talk like a... She's been certified turtified, I guess she says. Turtlefied. Also, we hear Alpha once, but we never see him again. Never see him in this. He's like... I don't remember what he says over the... It says over the intercom, but we never see him in this episode. Yeah, and then Andrew... Here's the thing. So, the Turtles, Donatello most likely, mess with Deca, and then hack... Apparently they've lowered the defenses and everything so that Astronomer people can come in there. Right? All except for Andros are captured. And then, Astronomer says this. She's talking to Dark Spectre, who is just the Malagor costume from Power Rangers, the Turbo Power Rangers movie repurposed for this series. Even as a kid, I realized that. I was like, wait a minute, that's Malagor. And they do make reference in one of the earlier episodes when you have Divatox going, you remind me of my ex-husband Malagor, or whatever she says. And, which they never actually got officially married, so I don't know if she said ex-husband, my former betrothed, I don't know. Ex-fiance, I don't know. But, yeah, and so she's talking to Dark Spectre and tells them they have all the Rangers and the Astro Megaship, which will turn into the Astro Megazord. But then one of the Turtles, I think it's Donatello, says, or Leonardo, one of them goes, actually, we only have the 4 Rangers. And then she gets all pissed. Like, I think she knew there was only 4 that they captured, but she wanted to make it look good, and they ruined it. And she's like, you better find them, or I'm going to do terrible things to them. And then they all just proceed to sit there in the cockpit while Andros saves the other 4 Power Rangers. Wait, what? Yeah, she says, you do that, or I don't remember. She says a horrible thing, do horrible things to them.
So and something about dropping off at the nearest black hole.
Yeah, throw them in the nearest black hole. That's right, I remember that now.
Also hi.
Also hi. But yeah, and it's like, okay, she says she's gonna drop them off in the nearest black hole, and then, like, we see they're all, like, tied up with plastic tubing stuff. That's okay. And then Quantron speaks, which I never knew it spoke until there's subtitles, and sometimes pop up. I'm like, really? There's actually words coming out of him, and all I hear is, but I guess it speaks words, okay? And Andros uses this telepathy powers, because this is Power Rangers in space, and he's an alien. So he uses telepathy powers to use the wire cutter stuff, and TJ says the line, oh, that's a cutting tool. And he pulls out cut this, and then they beat him up, and yeah, and then they escape, and they're like, to the space tubes or whatever they are, and they have to do I don't know. Then this is the tube. They get up here, they're like, and do the thing and jump down. Like, you're running from bad guys. You really think you need to stop and do this and jump down like you normally do? Also, I don't know if this ever happens again because I haven't watched this series for a long time. They tell the Turtles that those tubes lead to the gliders. But when they go down the tubes, they end up in the shuttle. Okay. And they take the shuttle because if they don't have the shuttle, they can't form the Megazord. So that's a good thing. So then, as they're flying away, Divatox and the Megaship follow them, but they find a destabilized magnetic field, or whatever it is, a polarized magnetic, negative polarized magnetic field, whatever, polarized magnetic field. And because they go in there, it breaks the mind control in the Turtles, and then they turn on Astronema, and for some reason Astronema is afraid of not that I care, but I forgot about Venus. Yes, Venus de Milo. I will rant more about these turtles when I eventually review these series. God help me if I ever get through it. But, well, why did you buy it? I'm a completionist whore. Anyway, lost my train of thought. See, there it goes. Choo, 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 choo. Down the other track. I lost it. I forgot what I was... They activate. She's afraid of five giant turtles, but she threatened to throw them in a... I guess that they were under her control, so I guess it was a little bit less, but... So they teleport away. And then all of a sudden they're on a... I think it's the moon, but it's a planet they use for fights in Power Rangers in space. When they're not on Earth, this is where they fight this random rock quarry moon planet thing. And she sends the Quantrons after them, and they fight them, and the turtles show up and help them. And even though Leonardo gives the creepiest laugh ever, and it's like, I trust him now. And I'm like, I don't know. Even if they're not brainwashed anymore, Leonardo gives him the I'm like, no, fuck no, I'm out of here. I ain't gonna do that, no. And they said they take him back to New York, which we don't really see, but he's like, oh, we have one last question. And then, of course, they're gonna be on the gliders, which my home padre over here pointed out. And I pointed this out in the Forever Red. You cannot breathe in space. So how do the turtles fly through space on gliders with no helmets on? Later versions of the Ninja Turtles, namely the 2003 version, would either there's those breathing tube things or they wear the helmets. But you normally have those breathing tube things. They use it both 2003 and 2012 Ninja Turtles. Here, we don't care. They're just in space. You can't breathe in space. There's no air. And that's how the episode ends. Look, as a kid, this is fun. You see Ninja Turtles. You see the Power Rangers. But as an adult, you just see, put these two together. We can make money. We're not going to put effort, right? Who needs effort when you can make money? But is it interesting to go back? It is. I am not looking forward to going through this anytime soon. So don't expect it to happen anytime soon. I don't have the itch to go through this. These sets came out in like 2012. I think I got them in like 2015. And I think I've watched one disc. And I don't think I paid attention to most of it. The only reason I know so much is because of Phaelus' super review series that he did. And that made me want to watch it less than I already wanted to. Like I said, I bought it because I'm a completionist, a physical media whore. So I had to have it in my collection. But, I wouldn't recommend it though. But this episode is fine. But what can you say? So, what are your thoughts on this episode? Comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.